Hey YouTube, this is Alice at Wonderland Speaks. We are in the first month of a brand new year, 2024. And for most of us, it's about putting our affairs in order. And that means money. And so, what I've decided to do, I've never done this before. I chose another method, which I may very well go back to that. But at this point, for those of you who have not seen this, this is the 100 envelope savings challenge. So this particular one, I think it has a magnet in there because it'll automatically close. But it comes in various colors. I got it through Temu, and the envelopes have numbers on them. And there's 100. These are the envelopes, by the way. It has 100. It goes up to 100. I call them pockets, but that's besides the point. And basically what you do is you put the amount of money that's on the number. Now it comes with this card. And what you'll do is you will check off each one as you fill the envelope. And at the end of the challenge, you'll have $5,050. So I want you guys, for those of you who have never saved, and yes, I realize it's going to take some discipline, but you start with one, and I think this is a great idea. You can go on there and look and find, they come in, I've seen them as cheap as $4. So go on the website and look and find the one that works best for you. Some of them have pockets in them and envelopes for you to put like pens and what have you, like a notebook. But this particular one, because I've already started, I started I think a couple of weeks ago. And I kept saying to myself, I really want to do a video on this so that other people can get in on this process. And hopefully it'll motivate them enough that they will want to start to save. And I say that because there's so many things that we're always getting ready for. And when I say getting ready for, I mean financially. Rather it's a move or a car or a special occasion, but we always need that extra money that we don't just have. So this will be a great way, or even a house. It depends on you. What I decided to do, because the past few years, I chose a different method of saving my money, and it worked for me. And you might say, well, why are you wanting to switch? Oh, I'm not really switching. I do have the discipline now because this was over the course of a lot of years. Actually, it was after I filed bankruptcy. I believe it was in 2000. It was, when was it? When was it? 2020. That's when it was. During the pandemic, when I decided to retire. That's when I decided I wanted to change and have a better relationship with my money. And so that's when I started looking. For those of you who have filed bankruptcy, you know you get this big, like 100-page breakdown of your expenses, what can be declared on the bankruptcy, what won't be. Basically, everything is declared. But the point is, you really get an opportunity to look at your spending. And because we don't always think about it, we don't think about how we spend. We just, in our mind, we're doing what we got to do. But what I learned was there was a lot of things I didn't need to do, and it helped me to be disciplined. So the moral of this story is each one of these has a number starting from 1 and goes up to 100, and you put the amount of money in the pocket / envelope that that you're at, and you just check it off. check it off as you feel it. And I decided, since this is a challenge, and as I pointed out, I've done this in other ways where I saved money. So it was important for me to throw a little twist in there because I have done it and I am disciplined, and I want everybody else to have an opportunity to have that feeling, because you don't really, and I never really heard anyone put it that way. I really thought about what had happened and how I didn't really want that to happen to me again, and I didn't want it to happen to anyone. And what I came away with was I came away with I wanted to have a healthy relationship with money, and I didn't have that. So what I did was I bought this, got it in the color I wanted it in, and I started to fill the pockets. And that's basically what you do. And one thing that worked best for me is put it somewhere you can't get it. So no, I didn't put it in a bank, but the moral of the story is you put it where is. And again, for me, I kind of think, and I'm thinking as I'm speaking right now, it's sort of like with me and my relationship with food. That's a communication between you and yourself. And when I started this challenge of weight loss, I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell anyone. Because that's added pressure, and you don't need that. And this is no different. You don't need the added pressure. So initially, it's about you developing a healthier, a better feeling for putting your money away. The biggest takeaway for me was understanding that all those years I had been listening to people tell me about how you need to save, you need to save, you need to save. And there I was working from sun up to sundown, burning the candle at both ends, and I could never make my ends meet. The moral of that story is, you know why I couldn't make my ends meet? No, don't get me wrong. I was making bad choices as far as my money. But the main thing that I came away with in that process over the last few years, meaning 2 or 3 years, was that I didn't make enough money. That's why I couldn't save. The experts will tell you that's not the reason. But I'm telling you, that's what I came away with. I didn't make enough money, so until I did make enough money, I couldn't really save. So until then, it was about me just like everybody else. I didn't make enough, so I was going to do what I had to do, and whatever I had left, that was going to be mine. And sometime when I didn't have it left, I spent it just like everybody else, because you working hard, you deserve to be treated. That's why they will tell you in these programs, make sure you pay yourself first. And you're like, how am I going to do that? But the moral of the story is, get you one of these and let us do this together. Okay? Let us do this together. Because as I pointed out, I threw a little some extra in there for myself. And also on the Temu website I bought some extra pockets. They don't have the numbers on them. Now, of course, I could get some little things and put numbers on them, but that's not necessary. I know what the pockets represent. And since they go from 1 to 100, all I got to do is, when I'm on this pocket, is know that this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And on and on and on. So I would say at this point, the biggest challenge for me is going to be making sure that I take out cash so that I can put it in here and then put it away. Meaning, put it somewhere that you can't see it. And as they say, out of sight, out of mind.